All right. You're listening to the Deadman's Tome podcast. I'm your host, MrDeadman, and this is a show that's broadcast live from a trailer park deep in the heart of Meth County, Texas. How you guys doing? You doing all right? I hope so. Tonight we're talking about It Follows. It Follows. It's a horror movie. I don't know if you've seen it before, but it's a hit horror movie pretty much about STDs. That's the running joke with this. That's the running joke. I mean, what else can you say about it, right? How else can you frame it? It's a movie where I guess the plot is if you have sex with someone, you're now going to be targeted by this monster, by this demon thing. And it's going to come and try to kill you. And the only way to get rid of it, the only way to avoid it is to pass the buck and fuck someone else. To fuck someone else, to pass on, I guess, the target to someone else. That's crazy. It's like you literally take the horror movie sex trope, how sex kills, and you turn it into a literal thing. That sex kills. Okay, all right, a lot of people like this movie. I've seen it before, and I did a review about, I think it's maybe been about like 4 years ago. 4 years ago. So I feel like I'm kind of revisiting this movie. And I got to tell you, my thoughts are a little bit different now. When I first watched this film, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good movie. I enjoyed the music. I enjoyed the tension. I enjoyed the monster, how they used it. But some time passes, and I guess the honeymoon phase, the honeymoon phase kind of goes away. It wanes away. It wears off. Okay. Which, by the way, I'm gonna go ahead and say, callers are welcome tonight. Feel free to call in the description box below. There's the Skype link, and also, hey, the direct number that you can use to call in to the show. Feel free to do that. And when you do, just come on in. I'll ask you what you like about It Follows, what you didn't like about it, and what you would change. Okay, that's what we'll talk about. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and I'll make sure to get the link out. I'll put it out there on Twitter as well. All right. This could go well, or it could be a horrible mess. We will see. Okay. So yeah, It Follows. But like I said, I've seen it before. I did a review on it, and I when I first watched it, I really enjoyed it. Reason why, I think it's because, man, I gotta tell you, this movie has a lot of cool throwbacks to horror films, like old school, like John Carpenter stuff. There's literal scenes that are they look like they're taken straight out from Halloween. Even the suburbia where this movie's shot, it seems like something very real. It seems like something back to like the 70s and early 80s, like those style of horror films. And I love that. And I love the score. The music was great. And like I said, at first I bought into the monster, and I kind of enjoy the premise. But I gotta tell you, man, if you enjoy this film, if you enjoy It Follows, you might want to stop this review now, because we're gonna get into this, and you might not like it. I might actually win you over on this. But like I said, the joke is that it's a horror movie about an STD, or is it really? We're gonna get into that. Those that have sex in the film are haunted by this thing that follows them. Literally, it follows them. This unrelenting, creeping death that masks its form. Now, is there more to it than that? I mean, there's certain images, certain things of dialogue that some people would argue would give evidence that there's more to this film than just what's on the surface. What I'm telling you is some people argue, or at least some people treat It Follows like it's some sort of deep thought art house piece. Is it really? Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of torn on that. Honestly, I'm torn on that. I mean, it could be that the director had a cool idea and then had some other cool ideas come to mind and just wanted to throw it in there, see what works, and make something work out of it. Meaning that there's probably things in this film that maybe people kind of read too much into. Maybe they're finding layers where layers don't exist. Because there's obvious problems with this film. There's obviously things in the film that don't really that don't make sense. And they're just there for a cheap scare. They're just there because the director felt like putting it there at the time. And not really thinking about the long road. Not thinking about the big picture. So what I'm saying is, if you think this is a piece by a director who's all about the deep picture and the foresight, I don't know. Like I said, there's some examples. Like, we could talk about... Okay, we can talk about the beginning of this film. The very beginning of this film. It starts off, there's a woman, a teenage girl, in her high heels, running away from something. Like I said, when I first saw it, I liked the opening. It grabbed you from the beginning. But, watch it again. Watch it again. Take off the rose-colored glasses and really watch it. Because it doesn't hold up. It doesn't make much sense. Okay, so this woman is scared for her life, right? Obviously. Now she's wearing high heels. She's wearing high heels. I thought this was supposed to be... I get it. If that's supposed to be a throwback to the 80s horror. Okay, you got me there. But... come on, man. I thought this was supposed to be smarter than those horror films. It's really not. It's just as dumb. It's just as dumb. But that's not the... You know, a woman having a poor choice of outfit and shoes, you know, for the job. Okay, I could look the other way on that. I could look the other... You know what? I can't. Women, hey, when you are in distress, when you're running away from someone, do you take off the high heels and start running? Or do you still run with the heels on? I mean, what do y'all do? Let me know, because I wouldn't know. I'm not a chick. But there's another thing about this scene that I missed, is that the neighbor even asks her, "Are you okay?" And she blows her off, saying, "Oh, I'm fine." Then her dad asks, "Are you okay?" Clearly, his daughter is not okay because she's distressed. She's freaking out. She's running away. She's out there in the street wearing, it looks like underwear. I honestly couldn't tell you. But she's freaking out. And she blows her dad off. Not literally, because this isn't some sort of like Pornhub weird, morally debased, morally bankrupt stepdad, stepdaughter video. It's nothing like that. But no, she blows him off by saying, "Oh, I'm fine." And that's it. Boom, that's it. Fine. And she runs off through the yard. No police called. She's not followed or chased by anybody except for the thing that's going to kill her. And where does she go? She goes to the beach. And here's the thing, too, about this film. The people only die in this film. The very first chick that died, she only died in this film because she gave up running. Because in this film, you could literally outwalk this thing. You could just speed walk past this thing, and it wouldn't catch you. This monster moves slow as molasses. It doesn't move fast. No, it doesn't. Do we ever see it take off in a sprint? No, we don't. And not only that, the monster takes on the most ridiculous forms. We could talk about what doesn't work for this film. The monster doesn't work for this film. I get it. The monster takes on the forms that are kind of creepy, so it works on the scare factor for the audience. But hold on, you can tell me this monster's goal is to go after its target and to kill it. Then why on earth, why the fuck would it choose the most obvious forms to turn into? We're talking about crack baby, or more like crack teenager. Talk about meth mom. Talk about the old granny that looks like she's clearly got AWOL'd from the geriatric facility. I mean, there's nothing discreet about these people. You can clearly spot them. It's easier to find them than Waldo in the Where's Waldo book. I mean, it's so obvious. And we're talking about what doesn't work about this film. Let's dig a little bit deeper here. Is this thing even trying to kill its target? Is it even trying to kill its target? I don't think it is. I couldn't tell you. Like the first person we see that died, maybe the monster didn't even do that. Maybe there was an accident. I couldn't tell you. I mean, we're led to believe that somehow the first thing that died in the movie was dead by the hands of the monster. But it takes a little bit more than a broken leg to kill someone. So how did she die? I couldn't tell you. You couldn't tell me. We don't know. We're speculating on that. And that doesn't make sense. That's no good for world building. That's no good for a horror movie. It's garbage right there. It gets even worse. Is this thing even trying to kill her? Should our main girl, should she actually fear for her life? I don't think so. Because, look, there's a scene where they're at the beach. They're chilling at the beach. They're chilling at the beach with enough time to pass for this thing to come after her. Which, by the way, clearly there's no sense of urgency when the way to escape this thing is to go chill at the beach. Okay? And have some sodas, whatever. But they do that, and this thing catches up to her, and what does the thing do? What does the thing do? Pulls her hair. Pulls her hair. Pulls her goddamn fucking hair. Could have done more than that. Could have just grabbed her and killed her. But no. 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 None of that. None of that stuff. None of that stuff. All right, I'm going to try to do something real fast. All right. All right, I'm going to start this group call. And then I'm going to add people to the call. And if people come in, that's fine too. I will add, I believe SKYPE said he might be on in about 20 minutes or so. Or, yeah, okay. So let me add him there. And like I said, if you want to come on, feel free to use the link. That's fine. Or you can use the number directly. That's also fine. I'll put that. Hey, Super Sunny. I'll go ahead and put that link in the chat too. Let's have some fun with that. I'm gonna put a link in the chat. This should work here. If you use SKYPE, you can use this to join the call. If you've seen It Follows and have some thoughts about the film and you want to share it, feel free to click that link, and boom. Hopefully your mic is good. Otherwise, I'll kick you out. And you take care of that stuff on your own time, son. But like I said, I used to like this film, but thinking about it now, I don't know, man. I don't know. It doesn't. The movie tries to be smart. It tries to be smart, but I think when you look at the silliness of it, it starts tearing down. It starts falling apart, like a dilapidated house. It like with a rotten frame, termite infestation or something. You start picking at what's wrong with this film, and it starts crumbling down. The monster. Should you even fear the monster? What is the point of a horror film if you can't fear the monster? Clearly, it doesn't really want to kill our main girl or the target. It just wants to pull its hair, give it a donkey punch, and dick around with it. I mean, it's a dumb monster. It could just wait for her to fall asleep and then get her, right? No. She has to stay up. She has, like I said, the monster has to be so clear about it. Oh my God. So obvious about it. Not good. Not good at all. Let's see. But, there's people that say this movie is very artsy. There's people who say this movie is an art house film. That there's a much deeper layer to this. There is a video I saw earlier that analyzed this film, and the person who did the video claimed that if someone makes that joke one more time about this movie being about STDs, they're gonna go and hunt them down and tear them a new one. But Because this person argues that this movie is really about the transition, not transitioning into a she-male, whatever, but the transition from adolescence to adulthood. Is it really? The only time people, I mean, if that's the case, what do you mean, through sex? Through sex? Therein lies the problem. What's happening here is we're looking at the same thing and coming up with two different interpretations. See, I look at this film, most of you guys look at this film and go, oh, this movie is about sex. This movie is like, when you have sex, don't have sex because this thing is going to come kill you, okay? Other people look at it, no, it's not about the sex. It's about the transitioning, that they're becoming adults, and then what? Death is going to come after them? It really should be, if it's really about transitioning, becoming adults, then they have sex, they become adults, and they're no longer in the fucking movie. Because guess who's not in the fucking movie? Parents. Parents or any adult figure are not in this goddamn movie. Like, where are the adults? Where are the parents? Where are the parents in this movie? They don't exist. They're not existent. They're not there. Garbage. I swear, on this same channel, you could look for me reviewing this movie, and I reviewed it highly. I praised it. I recommended it. I still would recommend this film. It's not bad. It's not a bad film. It looks good. It sounds great. The premise is interesting. But the more you watch it, the more you're going to start seeing its plot holes, and you're going to start laughing at things. It kind of becomes more of a comedy than it is a horror film, which, fine. I like those too. Okay. Gotta get my cigar going. Okay. By the way, I'm smoking a bone shaker. Bone shaker. I really got these because I think the people that make it's called Warhammer. I thought it was connected. No, Boneyard is what they're called. But they had a version called Warhammer, and I got it because I'm not a Warhammer nerd, but I definitely enjoy that stuff. So I got that thinking there might be some weird connection, but no, there's no connection to that. Hey, Kaivis, how's it going? If you click that link, sorry, if you click that link, you should be able to join in. It should just work for you. That should work. I mean, I tried it before in the past and it worked just fine. But sometimes things change, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. Let's see. Oh, another reason why I don't think the director... okay, there's some people who say it's an artsy movie. Amen? Okay. Some people say it's an artsy movie and that there's things in this film that really paint the bigger picture about it. Like... Okay, for example, the pink clamshell thing. The pink clamshell e-reader device that I think that one of the sisters, whoever she is, has. It's, you know what I'm talking about. It looks like it looks like a birth control thing. It looks like a birth control thing. Some people say that that is meant to be that way. That is the one character that's not obsessed with sex. She's not obsessed with relationships. She is more lost in reading and imagination. She's disconnected somewhere else, not thinking about real life problems or whatever. So she's free from it. She's spared from it. So being distracted from sex and I guess adult stuff is freeing her, keeping her safe. But then you have the one character who's a virgin, and what's keeping him safe is the fact that the girl he wants to bang isn't banging her, and she bangs some other guy, some douchebag, and he got his ass fucked to death by his mom-ish thing. So really, when you look at it that way, the artsy argument that there's layers to this, that this movie is really about some deeper transition, falls apart when you have a character that literally isn't bothered until he has sex. So transition. it's not about transition to adulthood unless you believe the transition to adulthood is through sex, the loss of virginity. But then it's more like you're looking too deep into it. You could look at this movie and be like, oh, this movie is about the loss of virginity. You lose your virginity and then you'll be targeted by this thing. But when people look at this and be like, oh, it's a big metaphor about this, there's other characters that aren't being targeted. If this was some grand scope thing about some sort of grand metaphor about the transition of hardship, I guess, like I said, going from adolescents to adults, like, how come the other teenagers aren't affected? How come it's only our group? I'll tell you why. Because it's not about that. It's literally about sex. Anyone saying anything different, they're seeing too much into this. This is just, here it is, man. This movie is an 80s throwback, which is why I like it. It is an 80s look, you have the John Carpenter score. You have scenes that are ripped out from Halloween, okay? You have the POV shot from Friday the 13th, okay? You have the hipster stuff. You got the old school horror stuff. Oh man, that's so sweaty here. Got sweat on my eyes. You have the old school horror classics playing on the TV. You got hipster stuff all abound. This movie is one big nod to 80s horror. That's what it is. And on top of that, what you have is you have the classic trope, sex equals death, and you turn that into the monster. That's what it is. Anything you say, if you say there's a deeper meaning behind it, you could try to make the argument. But I'm telling you, man, it's going to fall apart because there's other pieces, other things about this film that just don't make it seem like it's about some grand, big, artsy-fartsy scope. You know, like, for example, like I said, the clamshell thing, the pink clamshell thing. People say, oh, that, you know, the e-reader, because the e-reader and she's, the person reading is distracted in fantasy. So she's not really thinking about sex and all that. I mean, what is that clamshell thing supposed to be? If that's supposed to look like a birth control device, then really shouldn't this movie be about teenage pregnancy? It shouldn't be just about sex, but teenage pregnancy. And, you know, we did have that one scene where our main chick was in her underwear, wearing the granny panties, which, I mean, hey, she's still looking. Hey, SKYPE, how's it going? Are you there? Hey, how's it going? Hey, who's calling in?
It's me, Tim. What's up?
Hey, how's it going? So
I just want to try this.
What?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to throw that link out there. So the link does work. Great. Oh, hey.
Yes.
Okay, so have you seen It Follows?
No, I have not seen It Follows.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, that's kind of the point of this right now.
Oh.
Well.
Let me call back and I'll be more informed.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, before you go though, because you've been a huge supporter of this channel and this show, I think you have something you might want to plug.
Yes, Melvin #1 is still going on Indiegogo. I have 35 days left.
Okay.
I got it up to 382. So everyone likes perk 1, which is $12. Perk 2, which is 2 alt covers. Let's see, 2 alt covers.
Okay.
And there's like stickers and buttons.
Okay, that's good news. Now, listen, everybody, I can't give this to everybody who calls in and plugs their stuff, but for right now, it's doable. And besides, Timothy has been a huge supporter of this, the show. He helps out a lot. He's always in the chat. He always helps me out. That's good. Let's see. Okay, what's the last horror movie you've seen?
I believe it was probably Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2, like the classic Evil Dead 2. I mean, there's no remake that I know of right now, but
no.
They say they're going to make another Evil Dead. Have you heard that?
Yeah, with the female protagonist. Which haven't they already did that?
They did.
They've already done. Yeah.
They did. They want to do it again. They want to do it again, sir.
What would be the point?
I mean, I don't have any problem with a female protagonist. My thing is, like, the female protagonist, even if it was another male protagonist, here's the thing, they would have to live up to Ash. They would have to live up to Ash. Because even if you were to cast another dude, it would still be like, well, it's not Ash. It's not Ash. So, unless you can get past that, I don't see how they can make another one.
Maybe they can have a black Ash.
Yeah. But then Twitter would still be upset. Oh, that's just a black Ash. you know.
You can have Kevin Hart get more triggered.
right. They because they're never satisfied. They're never satisfied, right? You make it black, they're like, oh well, that's just a black version of Ash. That's not, that's just a copy and paste, and you just change a coat of paint, and there you go. It's not good stuff, They're not happy.
I call it palette swapping.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like what they did with Mortal Kombat. Like we got two ninjas, so we'll make one blue and one yellow.
And that worked for us. Us kids who grew up around that time, that worked for us, and it would be fine with that. But I guess for some reason, some people just don't buy into it. I don't know. They're not happy.
It's not,
well, I'm sorry they haven't seen It Follows. Let me tell you. I do recommend watching It Follows, but I gotta tell you, it's kind of dumb in some ways. Like, watch it and be prepared to laugh at certain things. And this is coming from someone movie? No, it's not a B movie actually. It's an indie horror film, and I do like that. It's an indie horror movie, and it's actually pays more respect to old school horror movies than a lot of his newer stuff does. But the premise, okay, here's the premise, okay? In this movie, when you have sex with someone, you're then chased by this thing. You don't know what it is. It takes the form of many different things, and then it's going to follow you and try to kill you. So the only way to pass, and this thing will follow you and try to kill you until you pass it on to someone else, which to do that, you have to have sex with someone else. So it's kind of like an STD, but you could just pass it on.
Wow.
So
that sounds interesting.
Imagine if you had crabs and you could fuck someone else and get rid of your crabs, and then they get your crabs, right? That's kind of what this is.
Yeah. What if you're a dateless loser and then you're screwed?
Well, actually, if you were an incel, then you're fine because you'll never be targeted. You would never be targeted by.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
And here's the thing: if you are the high school slut, you're also going to be fine because you're fucking so many people. That monster thing has no idea who it's chasing anymore. It'd be like, who's the target now? I don't know. I can't walk to the corner store without passing by 7 people you fucked. I don't know who to chase.
Like, God damn it, Jackie.
Yeah. But yeah. So that's it in a nutshell.
Oh man.
But like I said, it does have a lot of cool throwbacks to 80s horror movies that I think are kind of nice, like John Carpenter stuff. A lot of scenes, it looks like Halloween, the way that's shot, like with respect to it. So
I see.
So it has its moments, but it's okay. I think you can stream it on Netflix. I think it's at least worth that.
I always thought it'd be funny if they made Jason Voorhees brand condoms. They're 100% effective.
That'd be great. That'd be fucking great.
He's like in bed with his woman, and he's like, "Hold on, baby." And there's like a condom wrapper in the shape of Jason, and he just opens it up, and Jason just stabs both of them, and they're dead.
Well, you don't have to worry about teenage pregnancy there. Not at all.
Yep.
Not at all. Look at that. It works 100% of the time. All right, Timothy. Well, I'm gonna sign you off, man. I'm gonna sunset you. I'm gonna take that from the Killstream, I guess. Gonna go ahead and let you off, man. And but anyone else want to come on and talk about It Follows or maybe another horror movie at this point, feel free to do so. All right. Let me go ahead and sign you off. But you can do that, right? All right. There we go. Okay. Let me do something here. Okay. Okay, so that was interesting. That was fun. That was fun. All right. I'm pretty much opening the thing back up. I'm opening the group call back up. So if you want to talk about It Follows, all you have to do is click on the link, and bam, boom, you're in. Okay. Call your Skype. Call your Skype. All right, Kybus, you there? All right, there you go. Okay.
Gotcha.
Also, okay, so the group call is up. So if you want to use the link above, and I'll drop another link in there. That's fine. And you can hop in and talk about It Follows if you want to, or talk about It Follows. But if you haven't seen it and you have another horror movie, that's fine too. That's fine. All right. All right, here we go.
Well, give me the link. Send me the link on Facebook too.
All right, I'll send you the link, my friend. Yeah. Here you go. There you go. There's the link. That's the join.
So we were friends.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Okay, enemy. A rival.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, it's okay.
Don't.
So, Kybus, you've seen It Follows.
Don't dead me, man.
You've seen this film.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was really good. The whole thing to me too is like we keep talking about in horrors. You know, the build up, and it's great. Yeah, I love it.
I love that for that. I love that for that, man. Okay, what works about this film, the tension, the throwback to the 80s horror movies, I love that too. the soundtrack is great. But
in what way do the 80s horror movies?
Oh,
Let's talk about that
just about everything. Okay, first off, the scene, like the way the town looked, the suburbia town when they're in, not when they go into Boston, when they go in there, or Detroit actually, it looks horrible, but that's fine. That's fine. That's fitting for the movie. But actually, no. Even in that scene, there was a scene that actually looks very much like in Halloween, when our main chick is standing in front of the rundown house. It looks kind of like the scene from Halloween where Laurie Strode is standing in front of Michael Myers' old house. There's a scene where our main chick is walking with her sister, which looks very much like when in Halloween, the original, where Laurie Strode is walking with her sister. Then you have when she's in school and she's looking out and she sees obviously the monster. That's very much a throwback, at least I think anyway, at least a nod to Halloween. I mean, the person who made, especially the score alone, man, especially the score.
Oh yeah, the music was great.
Yeah,
or the audio track, whatever.
That is John Carpenter style, like synthwave music, and that's great. That's good stuff. Like good things about this movie. What are some other good things about it? And by the way, Grim Cheers in the chat. Yeah, feel free to mirror anything. Feel free to mirror anything on this. On this YouTube channel. If you want to mirror it, feel free. You don't even have to credit me. That's fine. just have fun with it. Have fun with it. Anyway, I'm sorry. Sorry to cut you off, Kybus. What else works?
I don't know. I think the other element too of it was people that were lesser known. You know, was something to me that was like, okay, it really stuck out as a horror film because, you know, not that actors always get reused in horror films, but you know, that was something that stuck out to me was that, you know, we've seen that in so many good movies is when there's just a cast of good actors. I mean, you know, like you know, Star Wars Episode 4 is where Harrison Ford, you know, came from, or you know, Mark Hamill, or other people in there too. You know, I mean, we wouldn't have Willow if we didn't have like the Ewoks. You know, like from that, you know that, like it was like an older guy that was gonna, anyways. But that was something that stuck out to me.
Okay.
Yeah, the in what is that? In Empire, where there's the person that was going to play the main Ewok was like this older guy, and it ended up being, you know, the actor that went on to become Willow, like when he was a kid, basically.
Oh, you mean like Return of the Jedi, when they had the Ewoks?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Return of the Jedi. Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
Not the Empire Strikes Back. Yeah.
That's the one
So,
where Luke found out. You know, his
and
father.
the
Yeah.
older like little person, actor. I forget the guy's name, but he actually got sick like in the beginning of production and stuff. So it was that kid that stepped in, and that's like how he got his big jump too off that. So it's like
Oh,
that was something that really stuck out anyways to me about It Follows, is that it's just people,
that is a good
you
point.
haven't really seen a
Let's
lot
see,
of other
the
stuff. So.
actors in it, Bailey Spry. I don't know anything about her. I don't know what else she's in. Let's see. You got Micah Monroe, who's Jade. That's the main chick. Let's see. What is she in? She's in Independence Day. Oh, the sequel. Oh God. Okay. She was in the. She was in The Guest. She was in The Guest. Okay.
Okay.
But
Well,
but
yeah.
but,
I mean, it had
but she's still
a
kind of.
lot of films, though.
Yeah, she's not. She's
Yeah.
not super famous. I do like that. When you get some new blood in there, that's good. Otherwise, you just end up reusing
I
the
don't
same.
drink wine. I love that they did that line, and I don't know. Did you watch that? That'll have to be our watch party after Ju-On is we should do Dracula, the Netflix original.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
man, it's fantastic. I want to see that again too.
Oh,
But
that is a good one.
it's great.
That is.
And
a
they
good,
do that line. He's like, yeah, it was really. It's a good twist on it. I hope they do another.
Okay, Dracula, the Netflix. I enjoyed it. The third chapter.
I
that's-
don't drink.
The third chapter is
Why?
where they started losing me a little bit because they reused
Really?
that actress. Well, because you use the same actress.
Oh
to play
yeah,
her.
it's the person that was supposed to. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
was
like
like,
her descendant
what?
or whatever. Well, what do you? I mean, come on. Speaking of Netflix, I just watched last night. I watched The Old Guard, and it was like
Oh, is that good?
I thought it was I thought it was pretty bad as probably people are saying or anything. It was just kind of like thrown together. There really wasn't
Okay.
a lot of world building.
All right, now let me ask
where
you.
they
Going with It Follows. We can get into the woods with Netflix stuff, but what didn't work about It Follows?
Oh man, I keep losing you here and there. Okay.
No, I'm still here. Okay, now are there certain things in It Follows that just did not work for you?
Not really. I was watching your thing earlier, and you were saying
Okay.
what you thought it felt like, and I thought it was kind of like a play on puberty in a way.
Puberty. Now, okay, yeah. See, I'm confused about this monster. Like, what are the rules about it? Is it like an STD where it spreads, or is it like kind of like this weird game of tag where it's like, I stick my dick in you and you're
Yeah. It's been a while since I watched it, but it's basically like it's like tag. Like you have to pass it on to somebody else,
Okay.
and it just keeps following like whoever.
So, it seems like it takes a while for the thing to follow. Like you have sex, and then it takes maybe like a day, maybe 2 days.
See, I don't know if you're hearing that or not, but you are dropped on my end.
Are you?
Or I can't hear you.
Well, I can hear you just fine, and my internet's still up. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Great.
Can you hear me now? All right. Kybus is having problems there. Okay, let me do this again. Okay, one moment. It was. All right, let me open up the group chat again, and we can get some people in, hopefully. Dick tag. That's what it is, man. It's dick tag. All right. All right. Let me see if I can get Kybus back in. All right, one moment. All right, while I'm doing that. Okay, Kybus, you back?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I wanted to ask you, how long does it take for the monster to actually start following people?
I don't know.
Like a day or two? So you have sex with someone.
It seemed like it was fairly, I don't know. It's like I said, it's been a minute since I watched it, but it's probably no more than a week.
Yeah.
I mean,
It seems like enough time for you to confuse it. Like, what if you had it and you fuck someone, and then they fuck someone, and that within, like, let's say okay, how about this? Let's make it simple. Let's say there was an orgy. Let's say there was a fucking orgy. Okay, is that monster gonna keep track of?
It's usually a fucking orgy.
Is that monster gonna keep track of who was fucked last? Like, okay, this person was fucked. This person was fucked.
Probably.
Who am I supposed to follow now?
I don't know. That's. I think you're overthinking it.
Well, I mean, there's other things too. What about blowjobs? Do blowjobs count? I mean, like, if
no, it's the
blowjobs
sex
count?
monster. It's not the oral sex monster. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if the movie explains that. I don't know. What if it was anal sex? What if our main chick just gave up the butt and not it's like she wouldn't be chased by it. Because here's the thing, people say that this movie is like, I guess, growing up. It's a huge metaphor about growing up, becoming an adult. Okay, so if it's like sexual exploration, could that is that a thing?
Exploration.
They'd be
You kill me.
playing around. They'd be playing around with in the car. I mean,
yeah. I don't think it. Who knows?
Okay. I got a serious question though. About this monster.
Good. Finally, serious question.
I've no problem with it moving slow. I mean, slow zombies, they can be scary too if you've done right. But how the fuck did it get on top of the roof of a 2-story house?
What, the monster?
Yeah. How the fuck
or
did the monster?
The thing?
Yeah, the thing. The thing that moves so slow and doesn't seem to have any sort of ability to run or jump over things or do much.
I mean, it probably when it pops up, I would say more or less it just pops up in a certain spot, and then it's going to move from there. I mean, come on, you can even see it. So
no. The person can see it. The person who's being followed, they can see it, right? They could see it moving about. Everyone else can't.
I didn't think they could see it.
No, they could see it. Like
I didn't think they could. I don't remember them seeing it in the movie. I thought it was like they knew it was there.
No,
they see stuff like move and whatever.
They see it. Okay, the person who's being targeted, they clearly see it. Here's how you know. In the very beginning, when they're on that date, he turns around and says, "You see that girl behind me? You see that girl over there in the yellow dress or whatever? Do you see her?" And she's like, "No." Okay, but he saw her, but she didn't, because they didn't have sex yet. Then after they had sex, then she started seeing what he saw. Yeah, but
wait, what?
No one else can see it though.
What was that noise in the background?
I think someone joined the call. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Whoa,
hey, how you doing, Deadman?
Loud. Okay, who's calling in right now? Who's this?
Oh, this is Grim Cheers.
Grim Cheers. Hey, how's it going, man? Have you seen It
Oh,
Follows?
not bad. No,
Grim Cheers.
but I actually I had a question for you guys.
Okay.
So we're talking about horror movies, right?
Right.
Have you guys seen this? Oh, it's a little. I think it's about 10, 15 years old now. Oh, this old horror movie called Teeth.
Oh
yes,
yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
the vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the best, cheesiest fucking horror movies you can ever watch. But no, I was just tuning in, kind of get your guys' take on It Follows.
It was great.
I watched this other guy, Hollywood God, and he did good coverage of it too. So I was going to see your guys' take.
I gotta tell you though, I don't hate the movie. I actually like the movie. It's just there's parts of it now that I'm thinking about it, maybe think about it too much, too hard, and that's kind of what I do sometimes. And it's just I have questions, more questions.
I'm really picky with horror, so I can honestly say that it's in my top 10. Now that might sound crazy to some people, but I mean, I like other horror. I like, Alien. I like,
I would say
the classics, you know, but it's definitely.
Oh yeah. I would say my favorite horror movie. It's this older vampire movie, but it's like these vampires in Alaska where they're just like fucking vicious. I mean, they're like
30 Days of Night.
Oh, yeah, 30
yes,
Days of
yeah.
Night.
That was an insanely
That
good movie. Like
is
that movie actually freaked me out.
That is a good one. That is a good one. You know what? That one does not
We're
get as
always
much
so
attention.
overhyped.
I'm sorry, which one's overhyped?
Oh, I said vampires in general. I said we. The real vampire thing,
Kybus,
you know, whatever.
Kybus is a vampire.
I said I said we're always overhyped.
John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars.
Ghosts of Mars, yeah.
Ghosts
or
of
wasn't
Mars.
it? I thought it was just Ghosts of Mars or Ghost.
No, it's Ghosts of Mars, but I haven't.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
I have not seen that one. I mean, there's movies that I still haven't seen.
It's a decent horror movie. Kind of the premises of it is like Ice Cube and a couple other people. They're on this like mining colony in Mars, but they like release this weird virus. But the virus is like a ghost. It's like a really interesting movie. That's one I'd recommend.
Ice Cube in it. Now I gotta understand. Now I wonder if he pissed off some Jewish ghosts in that movie. I don't know. But
a couple other my favorite horror movies are Ghost Ship. Ghost Ship is another great.
That one was.
And then also, 12 Ghosts. That was great. 12 Ghosts is
13 Ghosts.
13 Ghosts.
That was
13 Ghosts. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
totally.
It had it, right?
What's that?
I said I think it had Tony Shalhoub in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
It did. So someone in the chat, Eisenhorn, he mentioned a basket case. Basket
audio
case.
On y'all's end.
Dude, Basket Case is a hilarious movie.
I don't.
Dude,
I haven't watched that. Yeah, are you talking about where the guy has like his brother in the basket or whatever?
Yeah, and he's like deformed, and he's just a head with like.
Yeah, that's an older movie.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
there's a scene where...
I had started to watch that, and what is it? You said there's a sequel?
Oh, no. Oh, there is a sequel. Oh yeah, there is a sequel. But there's a scene where that the head thing is like.
Don't tell me anything.
Giving head or trying to fuck this chick. It's
oh
crazy.
Gosh.
Nice racks, by the way,
those.
too. Nice racks. Basket Case 2. Yeah, there is a sequel. By the way, I did a video on this channel, and it's also on BitChute, where the best racks of horror. So if you want to, and Basket Case was mentioned one of them. So, yeah.
Well, what ended up getting me following your channel was a couple months ago. I guess you were reading one of your own personal horror stories you wrote. Man, that shit was so fucked up, but it was intense. You know, it was really fucking good.
Oh, wait, Die. Was it that story?
I think so. Yeah, it was so fucked.
The one with so many F-bombs, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is. If I wasn't already demonetized, this is what's gonna happen. Yeah. I was like, okay.
But coming to find out you wrote that, that's actually pretty good. And if I understand right, you're kind of in like human resources type work, so I imagine you see some shit.
Oh, wait, I think I know more in line what you're talking about. Yeah, okay, you're talking about Mother of the Year. That story, the one where the mom, is at a dope house or flop house, whatever, and she's smoking meth, but her baby is on the bed, rolls off the bed, hits its head. It's pretty messed up stuff.
It's fucked, but I mean, it's one of those things, like, that shit actually happens. You know, I've seen some pretty fucked up shit. I used to do kind of that type of work myself, and then I just got too fed up with it. You just can only see so much, like, bad shit, especially where I'm at. You know, it's not the greatest place. So then I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go cook.
Yeah, dude, you see some dark stuff. You do. I gotta tell you, though, like, when I wrote that story, it's just based on what I heard. I have no idea. I'm sure that actually does happen. But so far, I've yet to actually work with a family that's that deep in shit.
Well, I mean, if you want to hear of a really fucked up one, okay, so I live in New Mexico, and about 3 years ago, there was probably the worst murder I've ever heard of. So these people up in Albuquerque, they had a 7-year-old. This mother had a 7-year-old, and she ended up, I guess, whoring out her 7-year-old daughter to these two meth head friends of her. Well, these two meth head friends of her, they killed the daughter, they cut her up, and they were using her as a sex toy.
Oh,
It
God.
was one of the sickest fucking things you'll ever hear. You can look it up. It's Albuquerque, New Mexico, 2016, I believe.
Oh, holy hell.
Yeah, I think I'll refrain from looking that up.
Read those police reports. Read those police reports live on air. Jesus Christ, that would be
No,
fucking.
that's completely fucked, and the thing about it is, okay, so this is what's fucked up. They set these people's bail, and they set these people's bail at $100,000. Well, something happened in the penal system where the woman got out with no bond, no bail. They just let her out. Well, she fled the state. She went to Mexico. No one's seen from her since. It's some horse shit over here.
Man, she deserves everything. She's the one who gave her daughter up.
Oh yeah,
man.
It's
like
evil.
And now she's
still
around. She's still out. She's still probably getting pregnant and producing kids. Jesus Christ.
Probably.
Well,
that's the type of
people out there that think humans are inherently good.
Right?
Think again.
Yeah, they're not. It's like.
I mean. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just agreeing. Yeah, humans are not inherently good. No way. No way.
No, I mean, it's actually funny that you say that because in the county I do live in, so a year later, completely unrelated, there's this guy, I guess he was hitchhiking or something, so he wasn't all there or something like that. Well, he ends up going to this place called Glencoe Ranch. And again, you can look this one up. So in the middle of the night, 12 o'clock, around midnight or whatnot, he goes into this lady's home at the Glencoe Ranch, takes her own hatchet and decapitates her. Well, so he ends up going back to the street. He ends up walking. Well, someone picks him up. They just see that he's covered in blood, and they thought he was hurt or something like that. And they took him to the hospital. When he's in the hospital, he's like talking all kinds of crazy shit. I believe the police report said he was talking about like God told him he was on the mission, that he had to do it. Like, I mean, some crazy fucking shit like that. So anyways, he ends up, he's in the hospital and whatnot. So this dude takes the cop's gun. The cop's just standing there. He pulls the cop's gun out, shoots the cop twice, shoots one of the nurses. Then finally, one of the doctors goes and stabs him, I guess, in the hand or something like that, and disarmed the dude. But come to find out, then they go back to the ranch and they find that this lady was like brutally decapitated. But you don't hear about this shit in the news. They'll play like a little segment of it and then never talk about it again. And this is like the actual type of evil shit that is out there. And people just fucking fail to realize.
That is some real life horror shit, man. That's fucked up. God dang.
I'm at too. I don't know exactly how it is in Texas, but in New Mexico, the police reports are fairly easy to get. You put in a request and you'll get them about a week or two later. But you can
get pretty easy here. I mean, of course, with my line of work, I have no problem getting them. But
yeah. But I mean, you want to talk about some real life horror? There is some real life horror out there. Man. Oh, and then one of the other things we used to do, you used to like move out. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'd say one more, and then I'll ask you for your other favorite horror movie, and then probably move on to the next.
Shit.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I thought you had another real life horror that you wanted to drop.
Oh no, this was more real life hoarder stuff. We used to out people's houses, man.
Real life horrors.
Hoarder.
Hoarder.
Might keep.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what.
These fucking people, man. So we get to this house and it's just full of fish tanks with dead reptiles in them, dead turtles, dead snakes, blah blah blah. And they're just keeping them. We asked the lady, "Well, why are you keeping these?" Oh, well, I don't want them to go away. They're my friends. Like, there's some crazy motherfuckers out there.
Oh, yeah, I believe it, man. Like, she doesn't want to keep those reptiles even though they're dead because she probably talks to them. She probably talks.
Holy shit.
They probably all have names. But she's messed up because the reptiles, they don't have souls, right? Lizards don't have souls. Is that right, Kybus?
Lizards don't have souls?
Right.
I don't know. I feel like all animals
snakes?
have some kind
of. Well,
life force there driving them. Who knows?
I guess. Well,
Exactly.
okay, fine.
Eco-
reptiles have more of a
ecosystem.
soul than a cat does. Cats are
Ecosystem.
evil. Cats are fucking evil.
Cat dog.
No, cats
Cat
are
dog's evil.
man. Cat dog. That is an abomination right there. I like the dog side, but the cat side, that can go to hell.
It's the Nephilim hybrid.
Okay. What is your other favorite horror movie? I think you mentioned. Honestly, I don't remember what you mentioned. I wasn't even drinking.
One of my favorite horror movies, and I hate the guy that directed it, but it's the one where I can't even remember the fucking name of it. It's the one where they're stuck. Jeepers Creepers.
Isn't the director kind of a rapist?
Yeah, the guy that directed it was a real creeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Total fuckbag. But the movie itself.
Yeah, I totally looked at those effing things different after. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I saw that movie, I guess, when I was 11, and that movie genuinely freaked me out. Then, 15 years later, come to find out that the director is another Hollywood type.
Yep, he's in the pedo circle, right? Is he a pedo or is he just a rapist?
I think he was like a pedo rapist.
Both.
He was like doing some fucked up shit with kids.
Man, it's like it seems like that's how you make it in Hollywood. It's like you have to join the cult. You have to join the Epstein cult. I don't get it. I don't know what it is about diddling kids in Hollywood, but I guess it's part of making movies.
You're right about that, because one of the ones, I don't know if this is true or not, but Elijah Wood, they say that the reason he never got a lot of work after, he was a kid, because his mom, I guess, protected him from a lot of that stuff and whatnot. And he kind of, rallied against, well, I don't know, rallied, but stayed away from most of those people. And they just never gave him a lot of work for that.
Yeah, he even came out saying that there's vipers in Hollywood. He came out saying that. Yeah. All right, so what we'll do here, caller, is I'll go ahead and remove you kindly. Thank you so much for coming on and talking to us. Now, if anyone else wants to come on, feel free to do so. All right.
Hey, let me shoot the shit. Take it easy, brother.
I'm kicking you out with love.
All
right. He's kicked out with love.
Well,
see, he handled so much better. Handled so much better. Instead of a caller ending the call, that ends the call for everybody. Don't do that. I'll just kick you out with love. All right. What were we saying, Kybus? What were we talking about? It Follows.
Oh, I don't know.
What doesn't work? About the monster. Don't worry about that. I have problems with the
I
monster. I can move on from the monster. Let's see. What else doesn't work about it? Oh, okay. Let me ask you. What about the last part, the last act of It Follows, when they're in the pool? Like, did that scene, did it make sense, or was it kind of like, guys, like, what are y'all doing?
I thought it made sense. I enjoyed every minute of that movie. Like I said, I had no problems with any of it. I'm a sucker for original horror. I mean, it was really original, compared to a lot of stuff out there.
And I'm torn, because I did too. When I remember watching for the first time, but there was part of me, even at that point in the movie, I'm like, oh, okay, wait. So we know bullets don't work. You can't shoot it because it gets up, fine, whatever. But you're gonna have it go in the water and you're gonna electrify it, and then shoot it again, and then it's gonna die. Okay, I guess. I guess the goal is to inflict as much damage to it as possible.
They shot at it?
Yeah. Oh, dude, that scene. We rewatch it now. It was funny when I first watched it. Rewatch it again. It's like, okay, that was a goddamn miracle. So our main chick is in the water, and the thing has her leg or something, and the one other person's like firing the gun into the water, somehow missing our main chick. And hitting the monster several times, and she's freed, and she dies. Which, yeah, by the way, you guys could use the phone number to call, but when you do that, I don't think I'll be able to merge that call to the group call. But hey, it'd be fun. Let's give it a shot if you want to. If you're in the States, want to call the number, feel free to, man. Let's see. Well, I mean, like I said, It Follows overall, I enjoyed it, but I did have some problems with it. Let's see. I think you wanted to talk about some other recent horror movies or things you've seen on Netflix, like Dracula.
Yeah, Dracula was good. I mean, that's been a while since I watched that. I really haven't been watching more horror after I guess I kind of got horrored out after Ju-On.
Ju-On, man. That is good.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to next Monday to watch.
Oh
Ju-On.
yeah.
Watch the rest of it with you, man.
With you. It's really good.
I wanted to finish it, but I was like, no, I want that initial reaction. Man, that is
Yeah.
that is
No, I
a
like
good
doing
show.
the continuation of the I mean, an hour and a half's pretty good, or 2 hours. So we just cut it in half.
Right, and it.
I really haven't seen other horror besides that recently. But what did you think of it so far? Like what you watched of it?
Ooh, man. The show is great. It needs more than that. I enjoy the buildup of it. At first, it was kind of slow in the beginning, but it wasn't like boring slow. It was like, okay, you're being introduced to this character. He's kind of playing this tape. They're already kind of getting to this. What is this sound? But right, I think even in the first episode though, is where you see that rape scene, right? Doesn't that happen in the first episode?
Well, yeah, it was like that scene starts like at the end of episode 1.
Right.
So you're already like, okay, what the hell? And then it's like as soon as you go into episode 2, then they're doing some. Then it's like she flipped the script on him, and she's really stuck on this guy because, whatever, down the line he's.
Man, my theory is I think when she was
mom.
in the house after she was raped, when she went into one room and looked up and saw the ghost chick, whatever she is, looking down at her, I think they had some sort of mind meld, dude. I don't know. You've seen it all.
I think so too. Yeah.
Probably had some sort of mind meld, and something flipped in her, and she was like, that guy that raped me, that all these other chicks like. Guess what? Now I'm gonna be his number one bitch, and I'm gonna
Right.
tame him. I'm gonna
Well,
dom him.
it's kind of, it's obviously can affect multiple people, but in that respect, it's kind of similar to It Follows because, they don't have to be there.
Right.
Obviously, they just have to go there, or,
You're right. So it's like it follows.
So-
Instead of being like a sex thing, it's you've been to this house thing. You've been to this house, and this thing's gonna follow you no matter where you go. Yeah. Okay.
What would it be their how they met story?
How they met.
Timothy said he got whored out too. That's nice.
Oh, that's good.
She
That's
would be like, remember how we met?
Yeah.
All right.
Be careful if you get whored out though, because she might have the disease of the demon. That
Might
thing
get
might follow you.
Epstein.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton will come looking for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Shit. Yeah, get part of this request, man. Man. That's the other thing. That Maxwell chick is still alive. And didn't the judge...
Man, your audio keeps dropping on my end. It's like, I think when the audio drops on my end, you can still hear me.
Oh, yeah, I'm hearing you
but
just
I can't
fine.
hear
I'm hearing you
you,
just
so
fine.
it's
And
like-
I think they can hear you
so
just
I don't know
fine,
what
too.
you're saying sometimes.
Well, that's...
No, I'm sure they can hear me, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
no good. But,
No, it's on my end somehow.
yeah,
I don't know, weird.
if I'm coming through all choppy for you, it's going to be weird. But,
I
yeah,
know,
so the Maxwell chick is still alive. How is that possible? I don't know. But the judge ordered to unseal the documents, so we could actually. I mean, if we could get access to the documents right now, we could see the names, right? If there's names in those documents. Holy hell!
Mm-hmm.
You need to find out how to get those papers. You need to find out how to get those fucking papers, man. That's a story. That's a story right there. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, I think overall, I think this episode was great. I mean, we talked about It Follows. Definitely had discussions. Some people came on the show and talked about horror movies. And I like this. I like that the callers coming in. Seems to be working. If there's anyone else that wants to hop on right now, hop on now. Because otherwise, I'd be pretty much killing the
Otherwise, you're going to keep lagging. It's crazy. Maybe It Follows is in the mic system somehow. I don't know.
Maybe. All right.
It followed my ears upstairs.
Maybe it did. All right. So let me for the people who listen to this afterwards on YouTube but also on the podcast. Let me ask you guys this, guys and ladies. What do y'all think of It Follows? Was I being too hard on it? Was I asking way too many questions, looking for deeper answers, deeper meaning? Let me know what you think in the comments section.
That's what she said.
Deeper meaning. You're going too deep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good one. Y'all take care, okay? All right. Go ahead. And...